It's more than a highlight show. It's a football night tradition. For 35 years, the best of Minnesota prep football. We love football, and it shows.
Old Dutch presents the KARE 11 Prep Sports Extra. Now, here's your host, Randy Shaver.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Our first late night Friday Prep Sports Extra of the season. We're going to start our 35th year of extended high school football coverage. And whether you're watching us on cable, on Facebook, on YouTube, or online, we are glad you're here. Let's get started. It is our spotlight game, the first one of the season, and here we go. Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders against the Totino Grace Eagles. Brooks Bollinger and Jeff Ferguson, the head coaches. Cretin quarterback Danny Callahan picked off, and it's a touchdown by Christian Morrell, and he returns it 22 yards, 7-0. Later, Callahan to Udoibach, 32-yard gain to the 2-yard line. Here come the Raiders. Raiders going for a 22-yard field goal, hits off the upright, and it's still 7-0 Totino. Still in the first, Cretin gets in the end zone. Callahan to Chris Walsh, 39-yard score, ties the game at 7. Second quarter, Totino's Wolf Glazier, 15-yard pass to Charles Camara, down to the 10. Eagles facing fourth down. Christoph Kolkowski to Patrick Doran, 12-yard touchdown, 14-7 Totino. Time winding down. Callahan's pass, watch this, picked off by Nick Hand, and it's 14-7 at the break. Eagles ball, Kolkowski to Doran, 16 yards down to the 13-yard line, but they would fumble the ball. Cretin would recover, and like I said, 14-7 at the break. Third quarter, Callahan to Udoibach, 50 yards for the touchdown, ties the game at 14. Udoibach is verbally committed to the Gophers. Raiders, Callahan to Rajiv Red, 30 yards on this play, and the Raiders are starting to light it up. But the Eagles stiffen. Alex Stevens tackle for a 4-yard loss. Over a minute left. Golden breaks a tackle, runs 25 yards down to the 22. 45 seconds left. Isaiah Troffler on the carry, but Matt Sticka with the stick forces the fumble. Cretin recovers. We go to overtime. Totino scores first. Gabe Vossen from a yard out, 21-14. Raiders would score on fourth down. Callahan to guess who? Udoibach. Makes it 21-20. They're going to go for two and the win. And here it is. Callahan to Red at the pylon. And the Raiders win 22-21 in overtime over Totino.
It's exciting. Real exciting. I mean, we went out, we knew we had to beat them from last year. Came out and fought and came out with a win.
You come out here and you're going to play best coached team in the state and just unbelievable disciplined football team. And, it lived up to everything that anybody would want this to be, just two good football teams going back and forth. And luckily we could just make the one play at the end to eke it out.
So, congratulations to Cretin tonight. They win 22-21 over Totino Grace. How about White Bear Lake? A victory over Centennial to open the season 28-27. Wayzata wins on the road tonight. Prior Lake, a victory over Shakopee. Other scores, Eden Prairie survives at Eastview tonight, and Blaine wins their opener over Stillwater. In that EP game, Cole Kramer to Dejan Wolf on the fly. 51 yards down to the Lightning 7-yard line. But they would settle for just a 2-yard bootleg touchdown from Kramer. The Gopher commit makes it 7-0. It was 7-3, and then the double reverse. Mike Grant does this kind of stuff all the time. Nick Kruger gets in, makes it 14-3, but guess what? Eastview hung tough. Final score tonight was only 14-9. Minnetonka on the road at Egan. Aaron Severson, their outstanding quarterback, calls his own number, 25-yard gain. And then 6-yard line, Severson goes in untouched for the touchdown. This would make it 28-0 in favor of the Skippers, and he's not done yet. Watch Severson on this pass to Jackson Owens. It's a 50-yard bomb to make it 35-0 in the final. You'll see it right there. Minnetonka rolls tonight. Well, there's nothing like opening night in Minnesota high school football, and we sent Ben Garvin to capture the moment. Ben traveled to Mendota Heights for the Hastings-Henry Sibley game. Both teams have high hopes for the 2018 season and both excited to get started. We'll have Garvin's game coming up in just a few minutes. The Edina Hornets open the season in Lakeville against the South Cougars tonight. Edina, of course, led by the state's top football recruit, tackle Quinn Carroll, who's headed to Notre Dame on scholarship. Carroll was recruited by over 30 D1 programs. He's 6'7", 300 pounds, a devastating blocker, but as I said, heading to Notre Dame, and that's a good thing. He's verbally committed early, and now he's set for his senior season, hoping to be bigger and better.
My legs have gotten a whole lot stronger. I've become a lot quicker, and you know, I've just got a lot more body control now. In the run game, you have to, lift your hips, you have to deliver that blow, and, if you're running or you're pulling, your hips have to open up and, keep chugging. So they're very important in the offensive line game.
And so tonight, here he is, number 75, Quinn Carroll and Edina opening up at Lakeville South tonight. And watch the kick-out block by Carroll to free Matt Kavanaugh on this nice 32-yard run early in the football game. Still 0-0. Back comes Lakeville South. You're going to see Jared Stewart with a nice 17-yard run against the Hornets defense as he bounces off the would-be tackler. But again, still no score in this game. John Deutsch, a nice run here for Edina. When we left, the game was 0-0. Edina wins the game in the second half. 13-8 was the final. Burnsville hosting Lakeville North tonight. A block punt by the Panthers. Ryan Mudgett recovers. Very next play, Brennan Kubler to Raja Nelson. This is a 38-yard TD strike, and Lakeville North is on top at this point, 13-6. Great pass and catch. Watch the sack. Landon Carter, Reese Kankel. Yeah, they're all over him. Lakeville North is tough. And this Raja Nelson is pretty good. Draw play here, 19-yard touchdown, and Lakeville North wins their opener at Burnsville. Maple Grove, Osseo. Guess what? That means Evan Hull. Number 26, the outstanding All-State running back for Maple Grove. 37-yard TD, and Maple Grove's up 13-7. 4th and 1 on the 46. Osseo fakes the punt. Maple Grove, nope, you're not going to get away with that. Nice tackle there by Archie Zoga. And then it is Evan Hull. A nice short touchdown run here, and Maple Grove wins tonight over Osseo. Champlin Park and Eastridge. Bennett Otto, the quarterback, almost tackled here, but finds Jace Miller on a touchdown pass from 28 yards out. Nice touchdown there. And a little bit, not a touchdown, 28-yard line, sorry. And it would set up a touchdown. And it, right there, gets into the end zone. 1st and 10 on that play. Nice TD pass there from Bennett Otto to Miller. Champlin Park winning the football game tonight as we check the final score, and you see it there. All right, let's go to Roseville and Anoka. Brendan McMillan, 18-yard run here for Roseville. Nice play. They're up 14-0 at this point. It would set up a 3-yard touchdown run by McMillan. He gets in to make it 20-zip in favor of Roseville. When we were there, Anoka got onto the board. Cody Lindenberg scores from 3 yards out, but it's a victory tonight for Roseville. 22-7 was the final. Well, you'll be hearing a lot about tackle cancer in the coming weeks. The Minnesota Football Coaches Association started Tackle Cancer in 2012. The campaign raises money for cancer research and patient aid in Minnesota. And here's one of the projects that they've supported. It's an infusion room at the brand new Joe Lucan Cancer Center in Bemidji, which opens next month. The money providing a special lift and capabilities for cancer patients who would otherwise have to go to the hospital. A lot of that money, thanks to Tackle Cancer, they've raised over $1.3 million in 6 years, and they're not done.
What we did last year isn't good enough. So our goal is in 2 years to hit the $2 million mark. And I think we can do that. So it's just growing. It's been a really cool deal. Personally, it's been one of the highlights of my career.
Dave Nelson starting Tackle Cancer. First one of the year in the Metro was at Chanhassen tonight. They hosted Armstrong. And folks dropping a few bucks into the bucket tonight. Thank you for that. Jacob Miller's the quarterback. Nice run here for Chan. 24 yards on the gain, and then it would set up a touchdown. Matt Boyan will take it in from short yardage, and Chan leads Armstrong at this point 14-6. Miller with a 10-yard run, a great takedown coming up here by Joman Norman for Armstrong with a hit right here out of bounds, and then Miller will hand off to Boyan again. He'll take it in for the score. Chan winning tonight. Final score you see on your scoreboard. They beat Armstrong. And a list of some TC games that are happening tomorrow night, and then also on Saturday, University of St. Thomas having their first TC game of the year. We will be right back. Stay with us.
Cretin-Derham Hall, and you're watching Prep Sports Extra.
Yeah, you can open my mic. So hello to everybody who's watching us on Facebook and YouTube and KARE11.com. We really appreciate you watching. Ryan's going to join me starting tomorrow night, and we'll be able to take some questions and answer some of those tomorrow night. So we'll do that. We have a lot of changes going on tomorrow night, as you probably know out there, because of the potential of bad weather. A lot of football games were switched to earlier start times, including our spotlight game tomorrow night. So the Brainerd-Buffalo game has been, the Brainerd-Buffalo game has been moved to 4 o'clock tomorrow. And Andy, if you can hear me in there, I think we have a full screen board that highlights that game in the final segment. We should probably change that starting time. They moved that game to 4 o'clock. It will still be our spotlight game. We're still going to be there from start to finish. It's going to be a fabulous game between Brainerd and Buffalo. All right, we got 30 seconds to go before we hit our second segment here. Stay tuned. We always appreciate pictures being taken on football nights and sent to us via Twitter or however else you'd like to get it to us. Craig Norkus, who's our spotlight guy, was there for that fabulous game tonight between Cretin and Totino Grace. Brandon McCulley was out in Monticello tonight shooting some football for us, and we appreciate that. Great night for the band to be out tonight. Hopefully tomorrow will be just as nice. All right, let's go to St. Michael Albertville tonight, hosting Mounds View. And Mounds View driving, but Cale Holliston, nice interception for St. Michael. At this point, it's 20-14 St. Michael in front. They're driving deep, and then watch this. Mounds View will get an interception. So defense in this second half holding strong. Cole Stenstrom will connect with Josh Sampson to keep this drive alive. Nice catch there, but Mounds View would come back late to win the game tonight. Final score 21-20. Nice win for the Mustangs. Our Hot Highlight segment is back again this fall, so we hope you'll participate in our online voting starting next week. We're going to reveal 3 hot highlights on KARE 11 Sports at 6 o'clock on Monday. Then you'll be asked to go to our website to vote for your favorite. So watch for hot highlights starting next Monday, and we'll have hopefully 3 good ones for you. More highlights tonight. Let's go to Coon Rapids and Chaska. Chaska's in white. Justin Bach handing off. Fumble recovered by Marshall Holland. Coon Rapids defense tonight was absolutely fabulous. Ryan Curry with the interception here for Coon Rapids and returns it 28 yards. The game's still scoreless at this point. Jake Van Hulsen with a 15-yard pass here for Coon Rapids. I believe they counted it as a touchdown. Not sure. I think he did. Yes, he did. Final score in this one was 9-0. Coon Rapids, big win tonight over Chaska. Well, as you know, there is nothing like opening night for Minnesota high school football. And tonight we sent photojournalist extraordinaire Ben Garvin to St. Paul to capture opening night between Hastings and Henry Sibley. We call it Garvin's Game.
Man, the excitement, the thrill, the turnovers, the plays. I mean, you know, the whole camaraderie. We love it. High school football is best.
We can beat the Warriors! We can beat the Warriors! Any old time! Any old time!
The burgers are better than they're playing.
Number 1 plays water polo! What's that on your wrist, a checkbook?
I think they scored a touchdown, I feel bad that they're not doing very well tonight.
So if we roll up and say poor us, then we lost on a lot of different levels. Not the scoreboard, but a lot more important levels in terms of how to compete. If we're not teaching life lessons within this game, we're missing the boat, right? I mean, we're teaching the game of football, but we're teaching life lessons within it. At least I hope we are.
My thanks to Ben Garvin. Hastings won that game big tonight, 49-0 the final. Other scores, Bemidji over Rogers, 31-7 was the final in that one. As we check some other scores, Apple Valley loses their opener to Hopkins 21-zip. Matamidi beat Simley tonight 28-13. How about Dan O'Brien, new head coach at St. Thomas, 50-7, first opening night win. Andover beat Alex 26-7. St. Louis Park wins tonight over Kennedy. Spring Lake Park with a new head coach beat Irondale tonight 35-13. Forest Lake, nice win over Park tonight 22-13. Central beat Johnson 21-19 in St. Paul. Waconia, a win over Benilde St. Margaret's 23-9. And Mound Westaka knocked off Highland Park. In that Benilde-Waconia game, Nick Peterson's pass is intercepted by Reese Hendrickson here for Waconia. Nice interception right there. And Waconia in business at this point. Morgan Rykowski will hand off to Mitchell Garnitz. He'll take it for the touchdown. Waconia in front at this point, 10-0 over the Red Knights. A little bit later, Ethan Swanson will run it in for a touchdown with 1 second left in the third quarter. Nice TD for Waconia to make it 17-0. And then it's Swanson, this time a 47-yard strike to Will Coppy for a touchdown. And Waconia winning tonight. Final score was 23-0 over Benilde, and we will be right back.
Kane Johnson, outside linebacker, SMB Wolfpack, and you're watching Prep Sports Extra.
I'm hot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Somebody asked on social media, are we back tomorrow night? And the answer is yes. We have a Prep Sports Extra tomorrow night at 10:15 and a Prep Sports Extra again tomorrow night at 11 on all of the cable outlets and Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and all that. And like I said, Ryan will join me tomorrow, and Ryan will be with me pretty much for the entire football season. So we'll be able to have some chit-chat back and forth tomorrow. But he was covering the Gopher football, big win tonight for the Gophers at home to open the season. So we got some Hutch and Monticello highlights coming up in this segment. We're going to travel down to Owatonna. Thank you. We're going to travel down to Owatonna and hear from their star football player, Jason Williamson, and we're going to hear from their head coach. They are the defending 5A state champs, and they open the season tomorrow night. So we're going to hear from those guys as they get ready to open the season. And you know, again, I think if you got games tomorrow night, you got to pay attention to the schedule, because the weather is going to play some havoc, I think, on some games tomorrow night. All right, we're back in a few seconds here, so we'll get segment number 3 rolling. Welcome back into the North Central Blue District in Monticello, hosting perennial power Hutchinson tonight. We've got some highlights for you. Josiah Nelson, nice 14-yard run. Great block right there. Whoop, fumbles the football, but he was down. A little bit later, Hutch, it's Christian Kurth. Short touchdown, 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. How about Monticello's Alex Otto? The ref says he was down at the 1. Nice run here. Is he down at the 1? Oh, wow, I don't know. Close call. Anyway, they scored. Bo Sacker to Sam Selner. Short touchdown pass. Game was tied at 7, and Hutch rallies to win late in this one. Final score tonight, as we check the scoreboard, 22-21, Hutch over Monticello. Holy Family wins on the road tonight. They've got a new head coach. Beat New London Spicer 32-23. Mayor Lutheran a win over Minnesota Valley Lutheran. Maple Lake knocked off Minnewaska 27-zip. Minneapolis North rolls this afternoon 48-0 over South. Zimmerman tonight over Delano 37-19. Tri-City United wins their opener. St. Peter beats Sibley East 48-0 was the final. Humboldt falls to Spectrum. How about Tartan? Big win at South St. Paul 38-7 was the final. Waseca, big win over New Ulm 62-0, and Fridley beat Southwest 29-6 was the final. Owatonna is the defending 5A state football champions. They open the season tomorrow night, led by star running back Jason Williamson, who is committed to play for the Gophers. Williamson was the 2017 Gatorade Player of the Year in Minnesota, 6'2", 210, monster year, capped by a 5-touchdown performance in the Prep Bowl, where he amassed 334 total yards. Now he's back for one more season, and I asked him what makes him a good running back, and that Gopher commit is and why the Gopher commit is so versatile.
I think what makes me a good running back is I can do it all. I can catch the ball, I can run the ball, I can pass pro, I can do all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty intriguing actually to see where they put me, because it just shows that they really believe in my skills, so they can put me anywhere, and that really pleases me, I guess.
Well, he's excited about playing for the Gophers next fall, but first he's got some business as Owatonna tries to come back to win another title. Jeff Williams, the head football coach there. I visited one of their practices early in August as they get ready to make another championship run, and Jeff says this group has a chance to earn their own accolades.
Well, there's trophies in the case, and that's all well and good, but other people earn those trophies, you know. Not that we didn't have some guys in the locker room on the first day who weren't a part of that team, but so many of the real key components of that team have graduated. So now it's this group of kids' chance to, you know, step up and earn their own trophies.
One of the good guys right there, Jeff Williams. Owatonna opens the season at Faribault tomorrow night. We'll be right back.
Jason Williamson, Owatonna, running back, and you're watching Prep Sports Extra.
So if you missed this story that we did, must have been before practice began, so early August. Stay tuned, because it is a really special story. That Minnetonka, you know, they have such a great football program, but they also, Dave Nelson also teaches so much more than just that. And this is one of the things that I think will stick with a lot of his players long after they're done playing with him. So stick around to watch the story. Minnetonka football, led by Dave Nelson, is a perennial power. But Dave teaches his players more than football. He teaches life and doing for others, like this camp that he held this past summer. Take a look.
Oh, he might be a quarterback.
This is our second year. Appreciate you giving us your son or daughter for an hour. We're going to have 8.
1, 2, 3.
High School. All right, here we go. We have a grandson with special needs. He's in the wheelchair right there, Riggins. Second year we've done it. This is my 41st year of coaching. I can't believe we didn't do this 41 times.
I'm doing it with my eyes closed.
With your eyes closed?
I'm going to be on my tippy toes for this one.
Get in there. Look at that. All right.
Wow, so proud of him. You know, it's been a lot of challenges for him. Be able to do these things, it made me so happy and so proud.
How's it taste, Gio?
Good. And I'm not born here.
Oh yeah, where are you born?
In South America.
That's awesome.
I'm going to tackle you. The main thing what you need to do to have a lot of fun is if you fall down, just get up. It's not like you give up on getting up. And if after you get up, you keep playing and all, and having fun.
1, 2, 3!
Together! All right!
That's awesome!
It is much more than just wins and losses for sure. Pierre's a winner tonight over Malacca. Eden Valley Watkins knocked off Kimball tonight, 41-22. Fairmont a winner. Detroit Lakes beat Ricori 40-19. Pequot Lakes opens the season with a victory. Ada Borup over Brand, 41-22. Zumbrota Mazeppa win tonight. And Pine City over Rush City, 42-0. Royalton wins over Sauk Center and Red Rock Central, 28-14. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10:15 on CARE and 11 o'clock right back here for a Friday night edition of the Prep Sports Extra.